Strange game. The only winning move is not to play.
Alright, so here we are back for another video for MTG.one. Mike Bryant, thanks for tuning in. And what we're doing this week is still playing another league with the initial ban list for the format before anything goes. Coming up on Wednesday, the 24th, there is going to be some cards banned. We do not know what they are going to be, but it sounds like the way they're doing it is they're pretty much going to announce them during the downtime, and then when it comes back up, they'll be gone. So, before then, this is going to be Vial Smasher, mainly built around Vial Smasher. The interaction that we're going for is untap a Vial Smasher in play and start taking extra turns. Every turn deals 5 damage or more, up to 11. And we will, temporal trespass and just some slight, interaction in the meantime, and it adds up really quick when every extra turn deals 5 or more. Plus Vial Smasher, every little thing just does a ton of damage. It's a very powerful card, especially when it's always hitting every time to the same person. It adds up real fast, as we'll see throughout the videos. So things in this deck that may be going away are Dig Through Time and Treasure Cruise. Vial Smasher has put up results, but once you restrict a lot of the Delve cards he has access to, he gets weaker. So I think he would be more put on watch than getting handled right away. And then there's also the fact that Fast Mana could go, although I don't think it will right away. It's definitely something people are going to be eyeing. So let's start some games. So some powerful interactions to look at while we're waiting for that to go is that we like tutoring into temporal mastery. So if we tutor on their end step temporal mastery, we can deal 7 and then add up cast Crom or whatever, and add up the damage from there. And also Crom from the command zone is 5 damage, plus he's a 4/4 haste flyer, so he's actually usually like a 9-mana burn spell that's good for closing things out. Here we are semi-tempted to mulligan, but we have Jace in our opener. Even if we have to Tainted Pact for a land, it's not the best, but let's see what we're playing against. Against Nissa, this is like one of the best cards in the matchup already, and Jace is also super strong, and we have this plus Goblin Dark Shoulders to back it up, so I'm actually going to keep this hand, and kind of just hope it works out for the best. But Tainted Pact for a mana source is not, like I said, it's not ideal, but it's something that we'd be willing to do. Especially with our opponent going down to 5, I feel a little more confident. So we're going to start out with the Vegetables tapped. Play the Spire Bluff and then hold out for whatever the following turn. He is getting some ramp right away, so we'll know that. And see now, like, we don't even have to use the Tainted Pact. We do know that he will be able to Nissa and Nissa again the following turn, since he'll actually have 7 up to 4 or 5. He'll have 6 mana next turn, and it looks like he's actually gonna probably like. Okay, I'm just not gonna guess at what he's trying to do anymore. So he floated 2 mana and Sylvan Scrying. So he's gonna have 4 cards in hand, 2 of which are gonna be lands. So if we draw an untapped land, he's actually just grabbing Eye of Ugin. So we're gonna go for the Impulse. And just take this island. So we'll untap and take a look at things. So our fourth land, we fought our fourth land, but it is tapped. So now our choices here are to deal with this. So he would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he could like World Breaker, which he could do no matter what. I think it might be a little bit better to get out, to just deal with this than to get the Vial Smasher into play for now. And then we'll kind of come back around next turn and see what things are looking like. So, although we're starting out a little slow, what's going to happen is we're just going to really drive out the pressure as the game progresses. He probably is going to grab something really good here. Like I said, World Breaker is going to be problematic. Otherwise, you know, any other sort of thing. And he might just grab like Primeval Titan to keep that going. You know, to get his eye online faster, or depending on what the rest of his hand is, it could just actually be anything. So he go to Emrakul Promised End. So he has 2 card types that currently would cost 11. So we're just gonna get Vial Smasher out. And he's going to flip his Planeswalker right away. So... oh, this is Lignify. This isn't even the one I thought it was. So I think we'll go this route. And then we'll search for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we'll search for a temporal mastery. So that we can take an extra turn to bounce the Vial Smasher and try to progress from there. And now, like, he does have an Eye of Ugin activation. So we're going to take 3 turns in a row here, at least. So there's a hoof and an Emrakul. So this isn't relevant right now, but everything else is. So I think we'll go like that. So we don't want to redirect anything to Nissa. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so we'll just grab the Temporal Trespass. And attack. So take an extra turn. Activate Jace. And then he's good enough. So he goes down to 6. Like, we have the Banefire to, you know, double burn him and everything else, but it's a lot of pressure really fast. Like I said, like, you know, we had really nothing going into that set of turns. We had Jace, and then just we're able to cobble things together and, you know, killed our opponent with some extra. We would have had some extra reach if needed. So we're 1-0, and we'll be back for round 2 shortly.